Hey everybody, Coach Zach here. I'm going to be running you guys through your post-game cool down. So we're going to start off sitting down on the ground, leaning up into our hug your knee stretch. How this is going to work, I'm going to kick my left leg out in front of me, bring my right leg into my chest, pull it nice and tight. My goal is to bring my right heel in towards the back of my hip and squeeze and hold. Once I'm done one way, I'll switch to the other. Next one we're going to have is seated left hamstring stretch. So how this is going to work, I'm going to kick my legs out to the side in front of me as comfortably as wide as I can go. I'm going to shoot, reach out to the left. Make sure that I'm rotating about my hips and try to stay as neutral as you can. You're going to get your hamstrings more involved that way. So for me, it's about as far as I can get. Hold. After 20 seconds, I'm going to be adding a side bend into this as well. So reach up overhead, try to grab my foot. Do the exact same thing towards the right. Rotate to my right leg, shoot forward. After 20 seconds, reach my arm overhead. All right. Next one we're going to add is butterfly. So I'm going to bring my feet in nice and side, grab onto my feet, push my knees down, hold out. Next we're going to move on to our frog stretch. How this works, down on all fours, come off to my elbows, keep my knees out to the side, heel comes down to the ground, as wide as I comfortably can go, and I'm just holding it in place. Make sure my knees and hips are in line. Next, we're going to go into our pigeon stretch. How this works, bring my left leg out in front, make sure I maintain a nice streamlined position. Bring my left foot out in front, my knee in front of my midline. Just hold down. If you go down to my elbows, just hold it out right here. Once I'm done with that, then I'm going to be adding a quad pull into the stretch. So I stay in my pigeon pose, reach for my back foot, squeeze nice and tight, bring it into my body. Sweet. After I'm done with that, I'm going to go into child's pose. So I'm going to extend my arms out in front of me, make sure I breathe throughout this, in through my nose, out through my mouth, get a big stretch in my lats. Next, we're going to go into prayer stretch. So we'll be laying down on the ground. Bring my arms up like so. I'm going to push my forearm down to the ground. Try not to rotate my shoulder in too much. I want to add a little bit of resistance, just enough where I can feel a stretch in the front of my shoulder and in the back. So I find that spot. I'm good. I hold. And then make sure that you hit both sides. So next one we're going to be moving on to is a half kneeling hamstring stretch. So I'll be right here, kicking out in front of me, shoot my hips back, maintain nice lat back, load up my hamstring, pull my foot back towards me. Once I'm done with one leg, I'll do the other. From this position, keep my foot where it's at. I'm going to go into a deep hip flexor stretch. So I'm driving right here, shooting everything forward. Squeeze my butt as tight as I can. So next you have on your sheet is the partner quad stretch. I don't have a partner for this, so I am going to be using a band instead. So I'll be laying down on the ground with the band around my foot, squeezing in nice and tight. Drive my knee to that ground, or drive my hip to the ground, then I can lift my knee up a little bit, pull my foot in even closer. After this one, we're going to go into Q outside bend, so we're going to start standing up now. Cross one leg over in front, whatever leg is behind, that is the one I'm going to be rotating and bending down towards. Once I go one way, make sure I hit the other. Next we have is our standing chest opener. I'm going to interlock my fingers behind me, shoot out, rotate. Find a range that's comfortable for you. If you can go all the way to shoulders, great. If not the end of the world. Next you have is a partner lat stretch. So you're going to be grabbing onto a pole. So go with this one. I want to shoot my hips back, get a big stretch in my lat, and hold on to a partner, interlocking a handshake hold. Shoot everything back, rotate out to the side. Shoot down one way, make sure you hit the other. Alright, after that we're going to have arm across. Put my hand underneath my elbow, pull off to the nice and side. Make sure you hit the other arm. Standing tricep, pulling my elbow nice and tight. Bring my arm back. Next you're going to have is a shoulder depression with head rolls. So I'm going to go side to side, make sure I push my shoulders actively down. After that one, we're going to have wrist flexion stretch. So all that is, I take my hand like so, pull right here, got in front of me. Do a big stretch in our forearms. And at the end of this, if you want to throw in some exercises as well, that's cool. Some different stretching exercises. If you have time, also throw in some foam rolling.